Close your eyes, open your mind. Let's go forward 100 years from now. 2120 November. Your descendants, your great children, they are here. They're riding cycle, they're riding car. They're proud of their ancestor because their ancestors left a better world for themselves. They're leading a very peaceful life here. But that is the imagination. What is here? Let's come back now, what we are doing now these days. Can we expect a world like that? No. If we don't stop what we are doing now, our world would be like that picture you can see there. The agricultural land, green land becoming desert. People will carry hydrogen cylinder behind them because there will not be a pure gas for breathing. What is going on now? Ice from North Pole are melting down. Sea level are rising around the world. The cities are under huge threat to go underwater. Maldives, Kiribati, they are trying to buy lands from Australia, Fiji. After 30 years, Maldives and Kiribati will go underwater. But why these things happening? What sort of reason behind this? And that is climate change. Climate change doesn't believe in caste. They don't know rich, poor, black, white. It doesn't believe in border. The Great Wall of China cannot defeat climate change. And this is not problem of mine. This is not problem of you. This is the problem of all living species in the world, including human being, animal, and living plants. So we all together have to solve this problem. Let's take a look on big picture. 2017 average global temperature was 14.74 degrees centigrade. It was almost 1 degree higher than last century's average. Scientists said that if temperature increases 2 degrees more, 28 million people will be homeless. They will lose their land, their property. Their land will go underwater. What will happen if you add 1 more degrees? 432 million people will be affected directly and indirectly. What about if it increases 4 degrees from now? 627 million people will be directly affected, including half of the population of Shanghai, Mumbai, and Hanoi, including more than a quarter living in Dhaka, Tokyo, and Hong Kong. Out of 5 people from New York will be affected. So why the climate change happening? What is the reason behind this? Let's take a look on that picture. 2016, United States of America, they produces 82% carbon dioxide along with other greenhouse gases. And these 82% along with other gases, a majority portion, it's around 80%, comes from 3 major sources, and those are transportation, electricity generation, and industry. Transportation produces 28% of greenhouse gases. where electricity generation produces 28% and industry 22%. So why? Because they are using fossil fuels. What is that? Wood, coal, natural gas, gasoline and oil. Because those fossil fuels have carbon. So when we burn it, carbon emit, carbon go to the sky, react with the present air and makes carbon dioxide. And that carbon dioxide is 64% responsible for global warming. So what we can do now? Yes, you guess right. We need to replace the present day's energy dependencies. We must have to replace this, otherwise no way. So how we can find out a new energy sources? Yes, scientists from worldwide, they're trying to find out a new energy sources, and that is hydrogen. Because hydrogen is 100% carbon-free energy carrier, which is produced by water electrolysis. Present days, hydrogen is producing from fossil fuels, but that is not 100% carbon-free. But if we can electrolyze or we can split the water, we can produce hydrogen, pure hydrogen. And we know we have affluent of water sources around us, because hydrogen is not a pure gas. It always engaged with other. So we have to split the water. How can we do that? Here a electrolyzer, or we can say a hydrogen producing machine. Water comes from one side and oxygen and hydrogen produces from other side, and those oxygen and hydrogen both we can use for our daily life. So hydrogen can be used, as I said before, for transportation, from simple private car to ship to airplane, everywhere, and of course industry. But major question is, we need electricity, and that is not cheap, that is expensive. How we are producing electricity these days? From coal, from natural gases, fossil fuels. So now question is, we are producing hydrogen, but we are using electricity which is produces from fossil fuels. It's not a good solution. Still, carbon dioxide we are emitting. So we should stop using fossil fuels. Now our work is to find out alternative fuels for producing electricity. So what is that? Renewable energy sources. That is solar panel, wind, tidal energy, or even nuclear power plant. And that way, whole system will be carbon free. 100% pure energy we can get from this system. Our world will be changed. Our future generation, your son, my son, your grand-grandson, they will lead a better life. They will lead a peaceful life. Let's ask yourself again, which world I want to live for my descendants? Do you know what said Barack Obama? He said, "We are the first generation who came to know about climate change, and we are the last generation who can do something for climate change." So let's ask yourself again, which world I want to live for my descendants. If you are a scientist, you know your roles. If you are a teacher, you know your roles. You can teach your students. You can tell about climate change, the reasons. You can tell about we should stop wasting our resources. You can make sensory students in that way. If you are a writer, you can use your weapon, and that is pen. If you are a speaker, public speaker, you should raise your voice. So this is our world, not my world. Your world. All people, all human beings should do something. Let's ask ourselves again, which world I want to leave for my descendants. Thank you, listeners. So this was basically a speech of what I has been presented today, and so I wanted to share with you, so I recorded again. I know there was some mispronunciation and maybe some typos mistake there might be, but I apologize for that. I tried my best to show to talk about these issues because this is very important. So I hope you like it, and if you have any recommendation or correction, please let me know in comment section. I would be grateful. So thank you all. See you again.